Hi folks, Cyclops FPV here and welcome to my channel. This is just an update of a quad that I had uh, that I put on my channel. Regular viewers on my channel would remember this. It was I called it my baby crux, which is a modified version of Mobula 7, Happy Model Mobula 7, and this is it. I've got it's basically a Mobula. Well, this is what it looked like originally, and this is what it looks like now. But I've made some updates to it. So before it was using the Happy Model motors. I was using 40mm props. It's a TB. I think it's a TB false frame, 75mm. It was on a Uzi 80 frame, but I found the arms were a little bit too weak. I've still got a couple of them frames, but the arms were a little bit weak, and this one's got like a brace that goes across the front, and being smaller arms as well, they're a lot stronger. Well, so yeah, the updates I've done to it, I've changed the motors out to 20,000 kV, so it's only 1,000 kV more than what I had before, but the stator is smaller than the other ones. The other ones are really cheap Happy Model motors. These are the ones that come off the Mobula 7. So they're 20,000 kV and they're 0802s. Now I know you can use 1002s, but I think that might be a little bit too much for the ESCs and the MOSFETs. I think over a long period of use, that might just blow them. So my thought process was to use to go from 40mm props to 45mm props, which is what the new there's a new quad that's just come out, the Beta FPV Pro 75 Pro, and which I've got, and that flew so well. I wondered what it was going to be like on an open prop quad, like a proper freestyle quad with the same blades on there. Now I couldn't use the original motors because they've only got 1mm shafts, and these are 1.5. So I flew this on the bi-blades, and on the second video, the flight footage video, you'll see it with the tri-blades, which is what I've got on here now. So I'm just comparing what they're like. Now they give you a more bigger disc area, obviously being 20mm more prop, and I've only gained 1 gram. The motors are lighter because they're smaller, like the bell and everything, but the blades, because they're obviously 20mm more plastic on there, they actually, you know, they weigh a little bit more. So, you know, 1 gram, wow, you know. So I'm using a Emax 450 battery because that's enough to do the test on. It gives me about 4 minutes flight, and it's the lightest battery I've got for this test, because that's all this is. It's just a test. You'll see from the flight footage that I get quite a lot of low throttle lift, and which means that I can catch it a lot easier when coming out of a dive. Now I did notice as well, I did a thrust test. It was only like a hover test, and I found that the this actually hovers at less percent throttle than the 40mm prop version. There's not a lot in it. I think this was 23% and the other one was something like 27. You know, there's not a lot, but when you send it full throttle up in the air, that does equate to quite a bit of lift. So you know, simple tests, but it's marginally better. Um, as for flight times, I haven't I haven't flown this slowly yet. I've only sort of done a little bit of fast flying and basic manoeuvres just to see if I'm getting prop washes and you know that kind of thing. So it's more of a handling test. But I would imagine if you were to go low throttle, it and just use it as a cruisy quad, then it would actually be quite efficient. But that's not what this is about. This is a ripper. This has always been like a backyard field park ripper. It's only got FR Sky on there. It's a D8, so it's an SPI receiver. So it's never going to go far anyway. 250 meters maximum probably. So it's only ever going to be like a backyard ripper or a park ripper or whatever. So and it does it very good even on the 40mm blades. In fact, this is one of my favourite quads. It's just so much fun. It's quite strong as well, you know. These props, I've had a couple of crashes on them, and they haven't even. I did a flip over recovery, like turtle mode, and it didn't even scuff up the blades. So yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, this is all this is for is ripping. This is well fast. I've got Nick Burns' rates on this as well, so it is bloody quick. And yeah, the small motors, you know, although it's not reaching full RPM as it would on 31mm blades or 40mm blades, it's not sending such a current back into the board, you know. So it's I think it'd be quite safe. It's not going to blow any MOSFETs or anything like that, because you've got to remember the current draw, you know, is quite high. So I decided to use these motors, and you know, so far it's been all right, and the results have been quite good, as you'll see from the video. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on. Watch the video and you can decide for yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys, bye. Okay folks, so this is with the 45mm bi blades. Now I haven't flown this before, so I've got no idea what's happening, but straight away I noticed I've got quite a lot of height on very little throttle, so it's definitely giving me more lift. So I'm just trying this, trying out a few maneuvers for prop wash and oscillations and stuff like that, because I've no idea whether this is going to work, and how well this is going to fly. So this is all like testing, and so far it seems okay. Seems to have a lot of bottom end push, because the larger props, although they're on smaller motors, they're these the circle area on the prop is giving me 20mm all round more surface area for the air. I crashed there, so I cut the video. Yeah, so I I did a few dives there, and I wanted to see what it was like catching it on a dive. See how well it pulls out of it, and yeah, I'm quite surprised it pulled out of it very well. Now these blades are mainly for, you know, a bigger frame, which carries the HD systems like the Walk Snell and the HD0. So it's designed to lift up heavier equipment, but this is only a 21 gram freestyle quad, so obviously it's the weight issue isn't a problem. I'm flying this on a 450 milliamp an hour Emax battery, because it's the lightest one I got. I think it's 12 grams. So keeping the weight under just over 30 grams. So it's not bad. It's definitely got a lot of bottom end punch. Now I could try the 1002 motors, but I think that'd be too much for it. It'll sag the battery down like mad. So I'm going to be trying the tri-blades next. So this will be on the video straight after this. Okay, so we're trying it out on tri-blades now. I'm doing the usual procedure, punch outs, and seeing how it handles. And yeah, it seems alright. I can't say which is better really, but they both handle good, just as good as each other. I'm not getting any problems with the small motors and the big props. The motors came back nice and cool. Yeah. The voltage sagging is because I've got a PH2 connector in there. I'm going to change it out to a BT02 eventually. But as I said, this is just a flight test just to see how it's all coping. I seem to have quite a bit of low end throttle pop, which is what I wanted really. I seem to get away with it a lot more nearer the ground than the 40mm props. Obviously if I had slightly stronger motors, it'd do even better. Yeah, plenty to come out of that dive. Yeah, I think I'll definitely stick with these. They are marginally better than the 40mm. As I said, they got a lot more surface area. So you get away with a lot more. Yeah, it just comes down lovely. The problem with the more powerful motors is I think the current draw would be just too much. And I don't know, it'd be nice to try them out, but to be honest, I find these motors fine. I don't see a problem. They seem to handle the size of the prop well. So, you know. But I might order one of them. So as you probably can gather, like I crashed on that last time. So I'm just finishing off the battery here. And yeah, as I was saying, like, I might think about getting some 1102 motors at a later date, but I don't know. This flies fast enough for what I want, and it seems to be coping with these props okay. So I noticed the new Beta FPV come with 1102s, the 75mm Pro. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, catch you in the next one, bye.